Good Saturday morning. I'm KHOU 11 meteorologist Chris Ramirez with your morning extended forecast. We are starting off mostly quiet. Very beautiful sunshine here across the Houston area. It is quite warm and muggy, however, but we are tracking some rain chances that are going to be in the picture through this weekend, especially for Labor Day. So the good news is that it's not going to be a total washout. I think we're just going to have to dodge those downpours, those afternoon downpours that we're all too used to for this past few weeks, especially for most of the summer. And then we're expecting a drop of the humidity as we head into next week. Could see some more rain chances heading into Sunday. And this is all associated with a stationary cold front that is just draped across the southern half of the state. That is just going to keep our weather pattern unsettled, at least for the next 2 to 3 days. So for your Labor Day weekend forecast, expect a 60% chance of showers and storms, mainly during the afternoon hours. And we're going to have to really pay attention to the timing of these storms. So usually between the hours of maybe 12 p.m. through 6 p.m. is when we're going to see that window of opportunity for storm coverage. And so anything after 6 p.m., I think you're all good when it comes to those outdoor activities. I think your barbecue plans or party plans are going to be not too foiled, but might need to dodge a couple of downpours as we head into those afternoon hours, especially during the warmest parts of our day. Here's a live look right now, looking over downtown Houston, seeing a little bit of haze out there, but 78 degrees, a bit on the cooler side. Calm winds, dew points are still in the upper 70s, so it's going to still feel like 81 degrees out there if you are heading out and about. So as far as your hourly planner, expect high temps to be in the lower 90s. Do have a chance for those showers and storms to move in between the hours of 2 to 3 p.m. And like I said, it's going to be those isolated downpours. The main threats are going to be dangerous lightning and some maybe ponding on roadways for those areas that do receive those downpours. But here's the weather setup. We have that stationary boundary just keeping unsettled weather. For the most part, most of the unsettled the storm activity happening over extreme southeast Texas and portions of Louisiana. They're dealing with quite significant rain out there near Lake Charles. So if you are traveling across the state, if you're heading off to the west, you're in clear sailing for areas out towards the west. But if you're heading towards Lake Charles, however, there is some pretty heavy rain happening right now over southeastern Louisiana, with the flash flood warning that's now in place for portions of Moss Bluff, Sulphur. That does include Lake Charles. So if you're heading out in that direction, maybe you're heading to Florida or maybe to one of those other destinations out near the deep south, that's where we're seeing most of the rain as of now. So as we time all of this out, we are expecting that rain coverage to become a little bit more scattered as we get closer towards 2 to 3 p.m. Take the location as a grain of salt when you see these showers and storms on our future cast. This really could be anywhere from Houston all the way to Conroe, League City, Galveston. Likely to see some of those isolated downpours moving through as that frontal system will start edging closer towards the Texas coast. So definitely expecting that to continue. However, Sunday, models are hinting that we could see more increased rain coverage by Sunday afternoon. Here's a look at the setup. Might see widespread rain and storms here across the Houston area. And the Storm Prediction Center is actually giving us a marginal risk for flooding for Sunday. That is a 1 out of 4 on the flood index scale. I'm going to show you that right now. So this is for today. Marginal risk for all of southeast Texas. I think it's going to be more isolated today. That's a 1 out of 4. However, as we head into Sunday, portions of our area are going to be under that slight risk. That's a 2 out of 4, and that does include a large portion of portions of central Texas. So I'm going to kind of back that up just a bit there. Spring, Waller, northwest Harris County, Columbus, Navasota, Hearn, under that slight risk for Sunday, as we could see more scattered rain and storm chances through the start of our Sunday morning. So here's what we're expecting for the next few days. We have this stationary frontal boundary that's just going to remain stationary over the southern half of the state. That's just going to keep conditions mostly unsettled through Sunday, even into Monday as well. But then as we get into Monday, Tuesday, we're going to start seeing this front start moving south of us, and that's going to bring us some drier air in place as we go into Tuesday. So I know that we're looking at rather muggy and warm conditions in this unsettled weather pattern, but on the horizon we could see a dip in this humidity that we've been suffering through for all summer. So as that front moves southward, we're going to see some drier air in place Dew points likely to drop into the 50s and 60s, and so that's just very comfortable feeling type conditions. And looking at the dew point scale, of course, that's a measure of the atmospheric moisture content that's in the atmosphere, but usually around what we've been experiencing here, we've been seeing dew points in the 70s, but then as we head into Tuesday, Wednesday, we might see it to become in the 50s, so comfortable and rather dry from what we've been seeing at least for the past few weeks. So very comfortable conditions, likely expecting to remain in the picture as we go into the next few hours, or actually the next few days for next week. But the tropics also still a little bit active, not anything to worry about as of now, but something to still keep an eye on as we are still heading closer to the peak of hurricane season. The National Hurricane Center is still highlighting that area that's off the coast of Africa as a 30% chance of development within the next 7 days. So not really seeing any organization right now. It's just not looking too impressive out there, especially out in the Atlantic basin. And the reason being is because we have some Saharan dust currently over the Atlantic. So when you have Saharan dust, that really does a great job at preventing those tropical systems from becoming organized. And that's when we're expecting to see, and not really seeing a threat as of now. But we just cannot forget that in recent memory, we've had quite significant hurricanes and storms that have occurred in late August and September, so we still have to be vigilant when it comes to the Atlantic basin and the Atlantic Ocean and the tropics going into the next few weeks, especially as we head closer towards that peak date of September 10th. So we are ending August, heading into the start of September, and that is going to bring us the peak of hurricane season. So the window of opportunity is still going to be there when it comes to the tropics, especially as we head through September. So looking at our 7-day forecast, high temps are going to be in the 90s, lows in the 70s. We're tracking daily rain chances. The good news in all of this is that the window of opportunity for storm coverage is going to be between 12 and 5 p.m. And then after that, quiet conditions for the evening, and then definitely expecting it to be just a rather quiet overnight going into the next 2 to 3 days. So Saturday, going to see those daily storms later on today. I think Sunday is going to be the day that we're going to see more of that storm chance. And Labor Day could see some lingering storms through the end of Monday. But like I said, happening in the afternoon hours when you see that rain chance, and we're going to be in for a treat on Tuesday and Wednesday. I know highs are going to still be in the 90s, but we could see a drop in the humidity, which is going to give us those cool mornings as well as some comfortable feeling conditions, and we're finally going to get a break, or a little bit of a break, from the humidity as we head into the middle of the week. Might see the return of some showers and storms as that humidity comes back in the forecast by the end of the week, but highs in the 90s, lows in the 70s. Just be on the lookout for those daily afternoon rain chances and be extra cautious on those roadways if you are traveling across Southeast Texas, or if you're traveling across the state, because we are in Labor Day holiday for this next 2 to 3 days. And as always, we are tracking the latest updates on KHOU.com and on the KHOU 11 app. Make sure to tune in today at 9 a.m. Myself with anchor Trace Bragg will be giving you the latest news and weather headlines as we head into the rest of our morning and as we kick off our Labor Day weekend holiday. Stay safe out there. I'm meteorologist Chris Ramirez with your extended forecast, and thank you for watching KHOU 11+.